Good morning, everybody, and this is your Dow Jones day trade setups for today. Sorry, too early for me this morning. Anyway, we got a pretty strong move down, and this week has been a 2.3 move to the downside so far. You can see there it is there. One thing we need to pay attention on the weekly is we do have a crossover of the moving averages, so there is potential that this is a test. We'll have to wait for the end of the week to see if it is a test or not. Oscillator is not helping us at all, and the longer this goes on, the less likely that this big flag that we've been looking at for quite some time is going to play out. So looking more and more likely that we're just going to head into a range for the rest of the year and just range about. Anyway, a couple of things on the 8 hour. We are quite extended past the moving averages. Moving averages have crossed over, but look at my oscillators, they're grouping to the downside. No diversions or anything, and completely different picture to the S&P and the Nasdaq, to be honest, and that's very rare where you have different setups like that. I'm a little bit reluctant to be chasing shorts down here. I want to be short higher up for an opportunity to make some decent money, and you do have some fairly decent breakouts. So there's the first one, and then you're busy with one at the moment, which is this tail right over there. You can see we kind of closed below it, now we're hovering here. So I just want to put one more level in because that's the next swing high, which is right there. So those are the levels. We'll get to them now on the lower time frames. Just looking at the 3 hour, have a look at the oscillators. Oscillators group to the downside, extremely oversold at the moment. Don't really want to get involved in there. Have a look at those two range bars between two of those levels. That's fairly interesting as well. And then we've got this after hours price action here, which is what's going on at the moment. So don't really want to be short down here. Definitely not looking to be short down here. You had the opportunity there, like we suggested yesterday, so that was 33.028. You had another opportunity here at 32.939 for the shorts, and I think for now on the 1 hour and the 50-minute, the trend is down, but you need to be very wary about the structure you see here. Look at the diversions forming on the 1 hour. So that could be forming a bit of a flag. So just keep that in the back of your mind. And if you get down to the hour, sorry, to the 50-minute, you're going to see going into the close, look at the diversions here as well. So trend is down. There's no two ways about that. And you can see where all your entries were. You can just look to the left. The minute you start bringing these tails into play, and what I mean by that, if you just, let's just put a level in here so we don't confuse everybody. So there's your structure right there, okay? It's not in play until this happens here. So we've broken through it. Now I want to see a retest of it, and you look there. Perfect retest. Inside bar on that break. Entry is just below that, stop is tight, and you would have been looking for the next level. Did come back and test, but it wouldn't have stopped you out, and then continue down to the next level as well. So there are definitely a couple of opportunities for you. At the moment, there's not much structure down here. So I would still be paying attention to these levels. This one here is pretty important. That's 32.939. And you're also paying attention to 32.780. Now, if you start breaking above these swing highs here, which is a bit of a problem, that's going to break the trend line. And that would mean you start building, it will probably start building a base for a move to the upside. So of all the indexes, I think you've got better scalping opportunities on the DAX and the S&P. I'm not so sure you've got a half decent setup on this. And the reason for it is this price action here is very rangy. Don't really like what I'm seeing here. You can see there's a lot of confusion, bouncing off the bottom, bouncing off the top, and then going into the close. And this is after hours close here. So the volumes would have been very low. This is Asian session. Volumes are low at the moment. So I don't trust what I'm seeing here. It often does that. And you think you've got it. It's going to continue falling. But when you look at the bigger picture, it doesn't. It actually bounces. So that's why I'm reluctant to jump in short here. There's a lot of structure to the left. Quite a bit of structure. I mean, maybe down to 32,626 or 32,600, and then you've got a gap down here as well. So there's quite a bit of structure lower down, but I would want us to come back, test this area, and even better, test even higher up, somewhere up there, like that, somewhere at 33 to 30, and reject that area. That would give me a lot more confidence for chasing a short. But chasing a short down here at the end of the move, as far as I'm concerned, or potential end of the move, is not what I want to be doing. Okay, so this one is sit on hands. I'm not going to touch this one. You've got some structure on the S&P, so I advise you to just watch that video. And there's quite a bit of structure. There's some interesting stuff happening on the DAX, so it can go either way, but definitely there's some opportunities there. So yeah, that's kind of my view for today. We'll leave the Dow Jones alone. Don't trust what I'm seeing, so it can go either way as far as I'm concerned. And that's always conducive to losing money. So let's just rather stay away from it. Hope that helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.